Bonjour à toutes et à tous, c'est Yann 1985, j'espère que vous allez bien, moi je vais très bien, à part que j'ai hyper mal aux jambes. J'étais faire du vélo ce matin aux alentours des 6h30 comme ça. Je suis parti depuis chez moi, je suis passé dans la forêt de Givisier, j'étais non loin de Cormabeuf et puis après rejoindre la route cotonale, route cotonale. Euh, j'ai fait un peu de forêt et puis je suis passé par ouais, je suis sorti de la forêt et puis ensuite après il y a eu la grande route et après j'ai juste traversé pour aller à la gare de Matran, faire tout le tour et puis après reprendre la route cotonale, reprendre un petit chemin et puis je suis rentré. À part que j'ai des petits soucis de vélo, mais à part ça va. Donc voilà ce que j'ai envie de vous faire comme stream, Red Dead Redemption. Donc moi ce que je vais faire c'est que je vais enlever tout ce qui est musique par rapport aux droits d'auteur. Alors pour éviter ça, et sachez que ce jeu est sorti en 2010 sur PlayStation 3 et puis Xbox 360. Donc c'est un grand honneur de faire celui-là. J'ai eu fait sur Xbox, mais j'ai supprimé toutes mes vidéos pour refaire de nouvelles vidéos. Alors, il faudrait que je sélectionne. Alors, ça c'est le mode zombie. Eh ouais, mais moi c'est pas ça que je veux. Moi c'est plutôt la musique. Alors écoutez, moi ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais lancer la partie. Et puis ensuite, il y aura une cinématique. Après la cinématique, je vais aller sur le menu et puis enlever tout ce qui est musique par rapport aux droits d'auteur. Parce que oui, salut Gauthieron 43. Juste pour vous dire que ce jeu, c'est un jeu western qui est fait par Rockstar et que c'est un jeu que j'ai fini en tout cas une bonne 50 fois, si c'est pas plus, parce que j'aimais beaucoup jouer. Donc, je vais vous laisser la cinématique, mais après la cinématique, j'enlève les musiques. Bon visionnage à tous, je vous reprends après.
for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Alors voilà. Donc, je rigolais avant parce que je suis tombé sur un magazine que j'ai eu acheté il y a très longtemps. Il date de l'âge de pierre, ce magazine, où il y a justement les solutions de Red Dead Redemption 1. Et dessus, j'avais Super Mario Galaxy 2. Bienvenue aux personnes qui arrivent. Bienvenue à vous. Donc, comme vous savez, c'est un GTA au Far West. Et puis, pendant que j'y pense, je vais juste aller dans les options. J'ai pas le choix. Il me faut l'audio. Alors, je vous dis pourquoi je fais ça. Par rapport aux droits d'auteur. Donc, je vais surtout enlever le son le son du jeu. Hein. J'ai vraiment pas le choix par rapport aux droits d'auteur. Je veux aussi ah tiens, il y a aussi des codes. Ah, tiens, ça je savais pas alors. Non, j'y crois pas. Ah non. Ah non. Non. Les codes. Ah ça c'est les codes. Tout feu, tout flamme. Ah non. Ah non. Ça va être un jeu qui va être sans tricherie, ça c'est sûr. Donc, revenons à nos moutons. Alors, juste pour vous dire, ça fait un moment que j'ai plus rejoué du tout. Donc, si je me trompe pas, ah voilà, là j'ai l'arme, là j'ai le revolver et tout. Ah bah, on va juste enlever. Ah d'accord. Alors il y aura des trucs, je vais peut-être... Donc là j'ai enlevé tout ce qui était musique. Juste pour vous dire, on incarne John Marston, qu'on le revoit dans Red Dead Redemption 2. Donc en fait, la différence entre celui-ci et le 2, dans le 2, ils vont plus parler de la bande de John Marston. Et on va en savoir un peu plus dans le deuxième opus. Et on verra un peu pourquoi et le comment, je suppose. Alors, donc c'est pour ça que je fais le 1 avec John Morrison et je ferai certainement le 2 après. Donc c'est pour ça que je fais ce jeu en parallèle avec Ghost of Tsushima. Et si tout va bien, cet après-midi, il y aura du Ghost of Tsushima. Et ce soir, je reprends Red Dead Redemption. Juste savoir à quelle heure je le fais. Donc, c'est parti.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Bienvenue à la personne qui arrive, bienvenue à toi. Alors si j'ai pas perdu la main. Allez, merci Gauthieron 43. Mais attends, là je suis au début, hein. On va voir si j'arrive à aller plus loin. Ça fait tellement longtemps que j'ai pas rejoué depuis la Xbox. Ouais, puis c'est... Qu'est-ce que touche pour aller au galop? Ok. Ouais, et puis pour freiner... C'est parti.
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serrated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Bienvenue à la personne qui arrive, bienvenue à toi.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's
Longtemps
right.
que j'ai pu rejouer ce jeu. Il me semble que je vais avoir un peu de la peine. Mais ça ira.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Ouais, regarder une carcasse, je vois pas ce qui est le plus important.
Load up now.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Bon, c'est parti. Oui, puis je fais comment moi pour descendre du cheval, moi? Oui. Ah. Faut que je m'habitue, c'est sur triangle. Aïe aïe aïe. Ça fait tellement longtemps que j'ai pas refait ce jeu. Mamma mia.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Ah, des cactus. Pas des myrtilles, c'était des cactus. Ah voilà, mais ça c'est un vautour. Pas myrtille, des vautours. Un vautour, pardon. J'étais fait mes commissions ce matin, j'ai pas vu de myrtille. Ou ils en avaient plus, j'en sais rien. Puis je rigole parce que ce matin, je suis tombé sur ce magazine que j'ai dans ma bibliothèque. Date de l'âge de pierre, ce magazine.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. You should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Et voilà, les choses vont commencer. Alors, voyons un petit peu ça. Alors, rejoignez Bonnie. Ok. Alors, mais je vous dis, ce jeu, je l'ai eu fait. Je crois. Je sais pas si je peux aller sauvegarder. Ah, oui. Oui, d'aller sauvegarder. J'ai oublié de sauvegarder. Je peux pas encore ça. Je peux pas sauvegarder. Je peux pas sauvegarder. Et je crois que ce jeu, je l'ai eu fait, je l'ai eu fini une bonne 50aine de fois quand j'avais la PlayStation 3 à l'époque. Ça remonte tout ça. Est-ce que ça fait du bien voir des... oui, je dois aller... Pardon. Je dois aller là. C'est parti.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Ah.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride a horse. Come on,
Tout
time
intégré.
to
Ça,
see
c'est le
what a
cheval,
real race
cheval de
looks
guerre.
like.
Ah, d'accord. Ils ont tout intégré. Bien ça. En fait, le cheval là que vous voyez, ça, c'était un truc qu'on devait payer à l'époque. Et là maintenant, ce qui est bien, c'est qu'ils ont tout remis, tout ce qu'il y avait dans le jeu. Cool ça. Cool.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Well, hello there.
This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since
Oula.
the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Come on, boys. That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Ok, la grange. Aïe!
Now,
Let's go.
you'll only get lost.
Ouais, j'ai regardé la grange.
This way! Where are you going, you strange man? And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Miss McFarland. Whoa there.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight.
On fait comment pour saluer les PMJ maintenant? Oh là là. Alors, lumosité... non, c'est pas... Ah, voilà. Alors... siffler. Je veux pas siffler le cheval. Alors, ça, c'est pour siffler. Sauter, utiliser, recharge, courir, se mettre... Menu des armes, je veux pas le menu des armes, je veux savoir la commande pour saluer. Donc, juste pour vous dire, ça c'est la manette pour la PlayStation 4 et pas pour la PlayStation 5. Mais le jeu, il tourne sur PlayStation 5, mais vu que c'est la version PS4. Et si vous voulez savoir combien il coûte sur le PlayStation Store, il est 49 francs, mais je ne l'ai pas encore vu en physique, donc en boîte. Je ne l'ai encore pas vu encore en boîte. Oui, s'accroupir, mais moi j'aimerais bien savoir comment saluer, sauter, utiliser, charger. Non, c'est pas ça. Oh, je trouverai bien. Ça, c'est à pied. Configuration à pied. Configuration, mode visée, normal. Oui, mais moi j'aimerais savoir qu'est-ce qu'on fait pour arme en or. Le second automatique est désactivé. Vous pouvez le réactiver dans le menu. Ouais, je préfère. Non. Mode visée. Ouais, normal, j'avais mis. Vibration avec. Par rapport à la caméra. Les armes en or. Oh, bah, on va mettre 100. On est quand même pas sur du Call of. Après on verra. Pourquoi pas? Bon. Ça va très bien comme ça. J'essayerai par un petit délire, on verra. Un puis des stats. Honneur, réputation. Jour passé, 3 jours. Ah oui, et puis les missions, bien sûr. Exode en Amérique. Service. Ouais. Oh, oui. Ok, divers. Ok, d'accord. Crime. Ok. Ben, je vous expliquerai tout ça. Il y a pas mal de choses à savoir dans le jeu. Par exemple, dans le jeu, on peut être un sale type ou alors on peut être gentil, aider les gens. Moi, ce sera plutôt pour aider les gens. Après, vous verrez, il y a une barre honneur. La barre honneur, plus elle est haut, plus on parle plus de nous, plus elle est bas et que les gens vont pas très nous respecter. Donc, on doit faire un peu attention avec ça.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Ah oui, problème de coyote. Vous allez voir tout ça.
We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of
Donc,
night.
notre
for us.
première arme, c'est carabine à répétition. Si je... Ah, répétition, oui, j'ai dit juste. Donc là, et voilà. Pas de souci. Alors,
Whoa!
montez.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Ouais, c'est
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Oui, à toi aussi, Gauthieron 43. Bonne journée à toi.
Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you?
Whoa.
Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker. Not shooting. That's it. Kill those little varmints. Better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wild little critters. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. Yeah! If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Damn coyotes are back! We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston. Come on, they're headed for the chicken coop.
Come on.
Won't be back. Good shooting, Mr. Marston.
Whoa there.
Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Cool, l'honneur. Changer de tenue. Qu'est-ce que je... Oh, je peux déjà avoir... Puis il est où mon menu? Il est où mon... Ce que j'aime bien, moi? Costume. Ce costume très chic vous permettra de vous asseoir au plus gros table de poker de Blackwater. Ah oui, il y a un truc qu'on pourrait utiliser. On pourrait s'amuser après. Ouais. Ok. Ouais, ce sera drôle plus tard. On pourra même tricher au poker. Ah bah super, je pourrais même faire une partie hors stream. Cool. Ok, qu'est-ce que je dois encore... je peux pas encore aller... aller à cheval.
Yeah. Easy. Hello.
Non.
Howdy.
Mais non. Ah, je fais comment pour saluer les gens?
Why, hello.
Voilà, c'est rond.
Let's go.
Ok, saluer les gens, c'est sur rond.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see. All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts. Come on, boys.
Go!
Drôle de manière pour... Ah oui, je dois faire la course avec...
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Let's go! you like me to slow down? Whoa. Call yourself a rancher?
Ah! Eh, je suis bloqué.
Come on.
Don't go easy on me! I have got you now!
Oh, mais laisse-moi passer.
Don't look back, I'm coming up behind you!
Come on.
Isn't this jolly? Yeah!
Tu m'auras pas, tu m'auras pas.
I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland. Hey, that's more like it.
Come on, boys!
Watch and learn, miss. Yeah. Should I wait for you to catch up? Are you saving the best for last? Jingle those spurs, Miss McFarland!
Where do you think you're going?
Come! Let's go!
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Ah, je peux aller voir maintenant le Marshall. On va aller faire encore une mission. De toute façon, ce jeu, il est... En tout cas, ce jeu, je l'aime beaucoup. Ils ont juste fait un peu de filtre.
Oh,
mais
Mr.
autrement,
Marston, how are
autrement
you?
il est bien.
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman.
Take the reins, Mr. Marston.
Donc, désolé si j'ai dû enlever les musiques, mais c'est pour pas avoir de problème sur les droits
You're
d'auteur.
looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard-fruit a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. The kind of fella laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
The whole town needs my expertise.
Why, hello.
I got stock of them electric belts if you need to lose weight.
Thank you.
Howdy. Hello, sir.
Good morning to you, dear sir.
About enough of your yammer.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Alors, voyons. Je sais pas si je peux toujours... Non. Ah, il me semblait bien. Putain, j'ai combien de sous moi? Ah, mais oui, j'ai 0 argent. Ça va pas le faire. Ok. Non, j'ai pas envie d'aller voir le Marshal maintenant. cas, mes premières impressions pour le jeu, moi je trouve que... Ouais, moi je ne suis pas déçu. C'est bien qu'il est maintenant disponible sur PlayStation 4. En tout cas, j'ai toujours rêvé qu'ils le font sur PlayStation 4. Bon, peut-être pas avec les...
Hello, sir. Easy.
Alors... Ouais, non, je peux pas toujours... Non, je peux pas encore. Je ne peux pas encore. Donc il y en avait que... Il y avait 3. Ouais, si jamais dans quelques minutes je vais m'arrêter. Alors je vais juste faire celui-là, mais celui-là je sais pas encore comment il est. J'espère pas que c'est une mission. C'est laquelle celle-là? Bon, on va faire l'émission avec... on continue avec Bonnie. Ok, des femmes et du bétail.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is that I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Alors, moi, je vais juste faire cette mission. Donc là, on doit aller conduire du bétail.
All right, let's head over to the cow pen. It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle. Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
I hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
How are you, Miss McFarland?
Easy now.
Whoa!
Alors, moi, je dois me mettre là.
Move on! Move on! Keep it moving!
That's it!
Come! Get going! Come on!
Nice job, Mr. Marston!
Move it!
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing.
Move it up! Move! Move! Come on! Stay together, you dumb animals!
Voilà. Ah, j'aime pas
This
ça.
way. We need to take them out to the pasture.
Let's go! Get a move on! Move! Come on! Forward! Come on! Come on! Come on!
He's just showing off now.
Good. Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing.
Move! Come on! Let's move here, my four-legged friends! Come on, let's go! Let's go!
Sweep back and forth behind them. Keep them
Mr.
No
Marston!
stopping. Let's go. Yeah.
Barney's gonna love this.
Move. Let's
Oh,
go.
great, Mr. Marston.
Move on.
Stay with
Move
him.
on.
Keep that herd together now.
Yeah. Keep it moving.
Whoa.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Voilà. Ça, c'est fait. Donc, cet après-midi, ce sera Ghost of Tsushima. Et ce soir, ce sera Red Dead Redemption. À voir. Voilà. Non, je vois pas pourquoi je viens ici.
Come on. Howdy, mister. How are you, mister?
Hello, sir.
How are you, friend? Yeah. Slow up.
Alors, si jamais sur sur l'endurance, c'est en bleu et puis en rouge, je crois que c'est la vie, c'est notre vie. Je vais là, non, ça ne prend pas d'endurance. Et voici la carte que j'aime beaucoup dans ce jeu. Donc voilà, nous on va faire toute cette partie qui sera là, et plus tard on va aller vers la Punta Orgulo. Là on est comment vous expliquer, en haut c'est voilà, ça appartient à l'Amérique, et en dessous c'est le Mexique, et plus ou moins par ici c'est Blackwater. Il y a Blackwater, Cholla Springs, Armadillo. Et puis là, ici, vous avez la partie du Mexique. Je crois que je dois l'avoir, la carte du premier, je crois. Il me semble que je dois l'avoir à quelque part. Donc voilà, Cholla Springs. Et puis là en bas, vous avez... Je sais pas si je peux... Ah oui, là. Et puis ici, tout ça, vous avez le Mexique. Là, ce que vous voyez ici, il va y avoir des chasses. Donc là, il va y avoir... Ça, c'est des... Comment on appelle, tatous. Pas les tatous, le groupe musique. Il y a un truc... c'est des animaux... je sais pas si je prononce juste. Peut-être que je fais une petite erreur. Là aussi. Et ça... Là, vous avez... ça, c'est les coyotes. Loups, coyotes. Les chevaux, tout. Là, on peut trouver du gibier. Et bien sûr, sans oublier l'ours. Après, il y a des bisons, il y a tout. Vous allez voir, il y a de quoi faire. Donc, merci beaucoup de m'avoir suivi jusqu'ici. Donc, voilà, c'est notre périple. Et cet après-midi, il y aura un stream sur Ghost of Tsushima. Donc, à voir. Certainement aux alentours du début de l'après-midi. Et puis là maintenant, selon moi, après moi je dois partir parce que j'ai rendez-vous à la gare de Fribourg avec mon oncle. Donc, moi, je vous dis à toutes et à tous une bonne matinée. Et certainement le stream sera à partir de 1h30, 13h30. Donc, merci de m'avoir suivi jusqu'ici. Et moi, je vous dis à tout à l'heure pour Ghost of Tsushima. Allez, ciao, merci.